However, on June 22nd, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for sunshine because it has been declared the Great Canadian Lemonade Standemonium Day by our own Ottawa Mayor, Jim Watson. How exciting is that?
That's very exciting.
So if you're interested in supporting the newly declared day, you can sign up now on the Ottawa Panther Foundation website. Now, typically at your lemonade stand, you would find the pink and the yellow lemonade, but you've got to spin on the traditional recipe.
Well, I think everyone should make their own signature lemonade and maybe even put it on their Facebook and post it, tweet it. I think there's a little competition.
I'm like coughing and it's all here, so.
So a way to extend it is by adding watermelon. Watermelon goes a long way and it's really pretty and pink and it goes well with lemons. So we do have different ways that we can work on our lemons. I have these little juicers, reamers that you can hand hold. This is one that you it screws into the lemon, and then as you can see there, I don't know if you can see all the juice that goes in, you can just turn it upside down and just...
Where do you find these things?
Yeah, I don't know. I find them. They're probably at Kitchenalia or any of those great kitchen stores. So you can have people working on this, but it's labor intensive. If you have a juicer or you have a food processor, that can speed things up.
Right.
One of the tricks for getting your lemon to be more juicy is to leave it at room temperature. Sometimes you have to wash things before you cut into them as well. Always remember that. So what I do is I soak my lemons in hot water and wash them and take off the outer whatever's in them, and then the hot water makes the little membranes get juicier.
And is the reason why? Because quite often I think, well, if there's a rind and I'm not eating the rind, then why would I need to wash it?
Well, when you cut through that rind, whatever's on the outside, you're pushing right onto the fruit that you are eating. So just give it a wash, and in hot water makes your lemons really juicy, so you're going to get more out of your work.
So now you mentioned labor intensive, so it's great to have some helpers. Who are our two helpers here today?
We have Rebecca and Lola, and so we're going to use our food processor too. So we're going to add a pint of raspberries, top them in there, and then about 6 cups of watermelon. The other thing I think you should be doing is if you want to sell watermelon slices at your stand, everyone loves watermelon. It goes well with lemons too. So,
and it's nice to have some variety, eh?
Yeah.
So you've got something for everyone.
And one watermelon goes so far. Like you could cut them in little slices, sell them for 25 cents and make a fortune. Okay, so we're going to push this button and you're going to puree it all up. And then watermelon basically is mostly, it's 92% water, so it goes a long way.
So now you've got the finished puree here.
Yes.
Why did you put it through the strainer?
So because there's the seeds from the raspberry, and then there's also the pulp from the watermelon. So then you can see how much juice comes out of that.
Right.
So from that, then we're going to add our freshly squeezed lemon juice, a cup of that.
Did you squeeze all of that?
Oh, yes, she did. Hard-working girl. So the other thing, this recipe called for just white sugar. You can use other sugar sweeteners like honey, maple syrup, agave syrup, stevia. There's lots of alternatives. So those are other ways that you can kind of tell your recipe. Your secret ingredient could be maple syrup.
Okay. Is that your favorite with maple syrup?
Well, I like maple syrup in everything. I really do.
That's fair.
I gotta tell you.
You can tell you're Canadian, eh?
I know. Well, it's true. And when people say, why don't you use that? I'm like, I'm Canadian. I use honey or maple syrup. Or I also do use white sugar.
That's fair.
So this is it.
Before we go, Corey, what have we got set up on the right here?
Okay, so we're going to show those in the next segment. This is a way to sell other things. These are from the Natural Food Pantry, and they are lemonade cupcakes and lemon cookies. And there's a promo there that you can get some of these for free for your stand, and we'll tell you how.
Okay, perfect. So Corey's not going anywhere. She will be joining us later in the show, along with some additional details about the Great Canadian Lemonade Standemonium coming up on June 22nd. Now.